Hello. Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope you can hear me and also see my screen. So today is 5th of December 2018, and we'll start with looking at what we checked yesterday. But before then, there's something which I need to say here. If you can see on this chart here, there's something which I mentioned that to get $5 bonus, you need to use this code. Tell this code to your account manager. So what this means is this, that if you're attending this now, then Fresh Forex can give you $5 bonus. Anyone who attends this can get it. Every time you attend it, you will need to tell your account manager that the profit is the code you're given. PROFIT. Tell this to your account manager, and you also need to have a classic account. So that's another thing which I need to say. You need to have a classic account with Fresh Forex. Then the funds are real. The 5 bonus is real. The bonus is real, and you can withdraw it. So of course there are terms conditions, but then the terms, one of the terms, it says that you can withdraw it. Is real money that I can withdraw. So we move now to first look at what we checked yesterday. We had a Euro USD where we were looking for a sell. Then we also had GBP USD, we are waiting for a break below some level to pick a sell. Then SP500, we actually saw a gap which was supposed to be a buy, but as you'll see now, it has actually gone against. Gold, there's no recommendation. Then Brent oil, also there's no recommendation. So that was yesterday. Let's see what we have for today. We'll start off with the Euro USD. The very first one on this list, Euro USD. Go straight to the chart. Yeah. So the only thing I'm seeing on this that I need to add is that yesterday there was something that looked like a pin bar. There is this candle here, yesterday's candle. It looks like a pin bar, but it's not a very. So this could indicate a possible sell, but then I'm seeing any horizontal level where we're supposed to trade from. Like there is no this resistance price here. This could be a sell, or this could be a sell here. But then price is neither above nor around it. Let's draw it. We want to find a very good place to look for a trade there. Minimize the chart like that. So I can only see this place here on this chart. We only have that place there, like that. The support, we also have this being a good support. We also have this being a good support, resistance line. So what you want to happen on this side is price should come up and should bounce to the lower side. If you're on this chart now, then what you should be doing is for price to hit this place here. Wait for price to come down this place, the one I'm currently pointing here. Wait for price to reach that place, this trend line, then you look for that sell. You look for a sell there and have a take at 1.0481. So that should be it. Let's move to the next pair, GBP USD. And the chart is here already. So on this chart, you can yesterday we had a line here. It's still there. We had this resistance line, which was broken. Price back down, then it went up, then came back the same resistance line, same place, up. Then now it's attempting to close below the entire place. So as we said yesterday, if the current week's candle can close below 1.2731, then this is going to be a very good sell towards 1.2156. But assuming it comes back and closes above this place here, then we are now going to be looking for a buy upwards towards this place here, 1.3176. So we are looking for either way, that if the current week's candle close above 1.2731, then we'll pick a buy towards 1.3179. But in case it closes below 1.2731, then this will be a good sell towards 1.2156. So you need to wait for price to close below this place here, 1.2131, before you make a sell towards 1.156. Or price ends up above 1.2731, then this is going to be another good buy towards 1.3176. Will daily chart, we had a line here, and you can remember this, we had also this place drawn, we had a line like that. Then we said this was a support, a support, a support. We want price to clearly go beyond this place, then retrace back before we look for a sell. Something like this. We want price to break below, like that. Let's use this here. We want price to clearly break below and retrace back to the same place before we can sell towards 1.2156. So this is what we want to happen. So far it has not closed there yet, it's still above, but if it can close below it, if the price can close below this place, we'll look for a retracement, then we pick a sell towards 1.2156. I think that's one thing which you need to say. You need to write on the daily chart, we are waiting for price to close below, waiting for price to close below 1.2694 to pick a sell towards 1.2156. We move to the next pair now. I use DJ pair. So you can remember yesterday, this was our explanation on this chart. We said that following this big candle, there was an inside bar, which was again followed by two big candles. Then this was an inside bar, which was followed by a big candle. Then we saw this inside bar, but then there was no supporting move to the upper side. So what wanted to happen on the monthly is for price to go beyond 113.76. It should basically break above. Then we want this retracement there before we pick the last move, this move upwards. So we want a break above, then a retrace, so that we buy it upwards. We'll buy it somewhere here. So on the monthly chart, we are still waiting for price to go beyond 113.76 so that we can look for that buy towards 117.03. And that's something we need to write on the month, that we are waiting for price to break above 113.76 to pick a buy position towards 117.03. This is according to the monthly. Let's check quickly if there's the same thing. So on the weekly chart, we'll use an indicator. There is this indicator, trend indicator called envelope trend. Then this is the first one. Period should be 14. Then it should be simple moving average. We apply to the close of the candles like that. So you can remember a few weeks ago, we actually said something like this, that this is a dynamic support. This indicator is a dynamic support. That is, every time the price tries to come back to it, it holds the market. Price goes up, then it tries to come back to the same place, and it was used as a support, this dynamic support. Then it goes up again, comes back to the same place, and it is used again as a dynamic support. It goes up, then comes back to the same. We expect it to be again for now fourth time as a support. So as it is now on this chart, this is still a buy trade. You're supposed to look for a buy here. Let me get rid of these lines so that the chart is clear, like that. Minimize it. So on this set here, this a support, another support here, then we have the up support. So what we want to happen now is for price to do something like it should continue up, retrace back the same place before eventually heads towards this resistance. So this resistance should be somewhere here. This is the correct place on the weekly chart. On the weekly, that is the correct place to take the profits. So you could buy now up to this place, 114.05, wait for price to break even higher, then a retracement before you again further upwards. So we need to say that here, that recommendation, buy USD JPY now with your first step profit, at 114.05 and the next at 117.03. So this should it. Let's move the next symbols, which is SP500. Yeah. So you can remember yesterday, we still have our lines the way we drew them yesterday. We actually were saying this was a buy. That you're supposed to have looked for a buy from where the price was yesterday, somewhere around here, up to this place, or you wait for price to break above 28.16.6 so that we continue buying it upwards. But then the opposite has happened. The price has gone even lower from where we bought it. So what we are seeing now, this is a correction. This may not even move upward, but just a correction, and should not go beyond this place here. We have a support here. We need to get it from the monthly chart. Yes, this is the support place. We have this support. There's a support there. So you can see it's just a zone. We have this support here, we have a support here, another support here, there's another support. So what could happen, the price may come down to this place here before eventually heading to the upper side. So if you bought it and you are stopped out, don't worry, just wait for it to come back to this place here before you eventually pick another buy. So there's something which you need to say on that, that we were stopped out in the previous trade. We were stopped out in the previous trade, but you could wait and rebuy SPX 500 from within a weekly support, which is 2591.4, 2629.8, with a take profit at, with your take profit at 21.6, and then next at 2934.1. So that should be enough for SP500. Weekly chart looks much more clearer than the other time frame, so we'll stick to the weekly, the one that is more clearer. But if you want to check daily, then the best place to be from is above this place here, 2816.6. Let's look at the next pair, the next symbol. Gold should be there. So you can remember yesterday, this line is based on the daily chart. We actually had the line here, zone. Then you said if the daily candle can close within this place here, then this could be a very good sell. But as you can see, the price somehow is breaking above it. So on the upper side, we have this resistance line here, 1246.92. If the current candle closes beyond 1238.97, then we expect a move further towards 1246.9, where we look for a sell to the lower side. So on this side, we may want to delete this. Let's delete those, and then we add those lines like that. This is what can happen on this chart here. Price may go up, something like this. Where the price is now, it could head up, then it may come down from that place, and after breaking below that place there, you're likely to see something like this, a retracement, before we proceed to the lower side. So this is a sell, that is a sell, and this also is a sell. A sell, we have another sell there. So on the weekly chart, the best you should do is to place a pending sell limit around 1246.92 with the stop loss up here. So that's the thing you need to write on this side. Place a pending sell limit order at 1246.92 with their stop loss above 1267.41 and take it, and the first take profit at 1183.84 and then next at 1132.61. So this is it. There's only that one recommendation on the weekly chart. We wait for price to reach here, then we look for a sell from with our first take profit here and the next take profit on the lower end. So we move to the last pair, which is Brent oil, the last symbol, Brent oil here. So you can remember this one yesterday, we actually were recommending a sell. We said you're supposed to look for a sell from a weekly level. Then we also had a line here. Then we had another line at this point here. Yesterday when we were forecasting, the price was somewhere around 62.38. So what we said was that you're supposed to look for a sell at that point there, have your take profit here, then you may want to buy it from the same point up like that, and maybe it proceeds up before eventually we see maybe a break to the lower side. So we said if you sold it here, you need to take profit on the lower side there, and if you sell it at that point, you need to take profits here. Then if you sell it there, you're supposed to take profits there, lower side, then you wait for price to retrace back to the same place there before you pick a sell, another sell. So if you can notice on this set, I'm actually focusing on a sell, a sell, a sell. I'm not saying you're supposed to buy on the lower side. The reason I'm doing that is because the chart has been downwards. We've seen this big move to the lower side. There is this big move to the lower side, then there's a retracement. There's a move to the lower side, then there's a retracement. There's a move to the lower side, then there's retracement. So we want to sell towards the trend, in the direction of the trend, not buy against the trend. That's why I'm saying this is a sell, this is a sell, this is a sell, and this is a very good sell. So you wait for that sell from that point, also sell there, and also sell that one. also you should sell the last one, the one I've mentioned, with the take somewhere here. So let's write that. Brent oil, a good sell from 62.38. You could sell a break below 57.38 with your take profit at 45.22. So I believe that should bring us to the end of today's overview. We've looked at all the 6 symbols. Euro USD, we are flat temporarily, but there's a long-term sale that is coming on the weekly chart, so we need to check for that. The PUSD, we said the current week's candle closes. If that candle closes above this place here, then we'll pick a buy towards some place there. But in case it closes below this, the same place, then we look for a sell. USDPY, we are buying it at the moment. It's a buy as we speak. SP500, we were stopped out yesterday, but you could wait and buy it again around this weekly support. Gold, we have placed a pending sell limit. Then Brent oil is a good sell from 62.38, or you could sell a break below 57.38. So I've already explained that on the main chart here, why you're supposed to sell and not to buy on those places. So that should bring us to the end, but there's something which I need to say, that if you attended this session, then you can get a $5 bonus from Forex. The only thing you need to do is to tell your account manager that you are given profit as the profit factor, and then you need to have a classic account with Fresh Forex. Then the $5 bonus is real and you can withdraw it. So that's simple. The money will be in your account. Another thing, the money, the funds will be in your account after 3 days. After 3 days. So every time you listen to this webinar, you actually can get $5 from just listening to it. You can participate, you can comment, you can do anything on this chat via the chat here. So thank you very much.